Today, we're diving into an intriguing topic, universal divine truth. Let's ask Abraham to share insights on this concept. Greetings, everyone. It's Carrie once again. We are doing another episode of the Teachings of Abraham, but this time I am going through a series where I'm actually using other card decks and bringing in the voice of Abraham through the card decks that have been created by Esther and Jerry Hicks. It's been something I've been playing with. And you know, I'm all about how to play with life more because I really need to enjoy my life and find the joy and rejoicing within all experiences. So it really makes sense to me to go ahead and let's see what other tarot, oracle, mindfulness decks that there are out there. What is it that they're saying that we can then layer on top of that a perspective that Abraham can use to add to the messages that are just beautiful, universal truth, wisdom. I love it all. And here we go with our next episode. Let's see what we're going to play with. We're playing with Divine Masters today. I was guided there. So, okay, what do you think? It's going to be a fun one, right? Let's roll and see where we might go. All right. Where are we going today? We want to go into the body health arena. And let's see where we might be led to. Wanting to sensing and healing. What are we doing sensing? We're going to do healing. Oh my goodness. This is great. Right in the alignment of our being, body, mind, spirit, you know, the whole alignment of our good and what we're looking for is all right in this gateway. I'm going to call it this alignment with peace, love, and harmony. It is a big factor in how we are able to heal. It's really close. It's right in the channel. It's like right on that channel. This is vitally important. Plus, I just noticed it's in the flow zone as well. So there's this other arena of flow. What comes in is dealt with and then it flows out and is released into the future or to be used in the next, where the universe can reclaim those experiences. It can just be a potential for creation of something more. Once you're done with, say, packaging, your food comes in. Many people will recycle that. Well, you send that on to the powers that be that can manage the packaging and revise it, create something different from it. Say, plastic bottles are recreated into some other type of useful, functional product. And then other things are made to create other types of bottles that are more ecologically sustainable for our environment. So many people are really thinking about these things, creating all the time new products from old ways, and we're healing ourselves, we're healing the planet, and we're healing our lives together, our communities, as we unify around things that are good for everyone and the environment, nature itself. The cosmos definitely celebrates all of us for those kinds of altruistic perspectives where we think more about the unity of one and all rather than just our own circumstances. And we actually think about our place in it all, how we heal can create more healing for everyone as well. So let's take a look at Divine Masters now and see what we can learn about the body health arena. We're talking about healing. Thank you, Divine Masters, for coming to us. Coming in, helping us. Rumi. Oh, ho, ho. Is there anyone more all about love and the connection, the alignment with the divine. Oh, mystical knowing, breaking boundaries, that personal experience of God, that right there heals the body, the mind, the spirit. It's what gives us peace, love, and harmony. Knowing that this is a mystical truth. Ooh, I love this. Very nice. Oh, look at this. Bottom card is Kuan Yin, enlightened action. Choose compassion. Move forward with grace. So again, boy, great cards right here. Great messages where we're learning love is so healing. I mean, both these archetypes, these masters of our history who wrote and gave us stories and illustrations of what they can tell us about their lives, what they've discovered, and what their mission in this world has been for them. I want to take a look at Rumi for a minute and see if there's anything in the mystical knowing. He was a Persian mystic poet from the 13th century, and his poems, oh, they're just so beautiful. They transcend national borders and ethnic divisions, definitely. It's time to move beyond any limitations of the earthly realm that have been placed or forced upon you. It's time to break free of the constraints of family, politics, religion, and anything else that has been telling you who you are or how you need to be. So that healing, what stories or beliefs are you believing and telling yourself and telling others about your health? And it's the relationship you have with your body and what you expect from your body. It can be something even that you somehow think generationally. The DNA in my family line is such, so I'm obviously going to be getting this, receiving, experiencing these things. But can you heal something that is yours and yours alone because of your own divine connection with cosmos, the creator, source, the universe, God, whatever you might align with? And again, we're talking align and how you flow with it. The information that comes into you, do you hold on to it or do you let it release? And do you let it nourish you or do you hold on to it when it's maybe not the highest and best experience that you want to actually experience, but you think you somehow have to go through this because that's how it's always been done? Can you heal some of this? And that's a great question. I love this. Kuan Yin, compassion. Choose compassion to move forward. She was a Buddhist who is all about pure compassion and love. She's loved the world over, especially in the East, very much close to the concept of angels. Over in South Korea, and it was amazing to see their Buddhist temples. They're wonderful, and to learn stories of each of the Buddhas, their journey of how they became to that level of enlightenment, and they are honored and revered for the lessons that they've been able to teach through their lives and their journeys. Then let's see, so they are beings of light and brilliance, and it's the same thing with Christians, saints, right? So the same idea is what I'm thinking here is a person from the Buddhist faith would rise up through the journey of their experiences and continuing to refine and do better with each experience and healing. There you go. There's your healing. Healing the turmoils, the things that challenged and held them back. It just eventually actually made more love burst through them because they saw the divine answers, the divine support, the divine reasons and perspectives for how you actually navigate through the earthly plane and its sorrows, and to create something that is far above that. That is the message I see of the Christ message, the Christ consciousness. But here we're looking at the Eastern mystics as well as the Buddhists, and I am really loving this. This is really beautiful. Yeah, with Rumi, what was Rumi? He was a Persian mystic, and his thing was that direct relationship with the divine. And he is there to help you beyond any limitations of society, family traditions, and simply being more heart-centered, which is the unconditional love. Then with Kuan Yin, she is all about the embracing of care, forgiveness, and compassion. So nurturing yourself. So when you are healing, being very, very gentle, very nurturing, very supportive of the parts of yourself that are in trauma, in the stage of healing. It could be body, it could be soul, as well as spirit type connections where we're just really mentally struggling emotionally. Those are all part of the health as well, is whatever it takes to get yourself back to a state of wholeness and full holistic health. This is your arena right here. And a lot of times our bodies will be the expression of that which is not in ease, it's in dis-ease. So this is where you get to go, oh, I'm just being called to align to my highest and to flow with what is, so that we can move into healthier waters, healthier times, healthier moments. So it's what miracles are all about, is taking what is and transforming it into something even better than you might have actually ever thought possible. Miracles happen all the time. Synchronicities, the right doctors, the right cures come across your way, the right creativity of how you can approach what you have already on hand, or the resources or connections, and create something even more supportive than probably anybody else would have thought, because you have that divine inspiration, that ability to do so. It is part of the mystical knowing. Oh, I love that. All right. So it says, if you're finding someone or something difficult at this time, the best way you can move forward is by going beyond seeking to understand why something is the way it is, or someone is the way they are. Using your compassionate nature to allow, to each their own. And some people are going to be having to go through their trials and learning from their experiences and trying to be their savior. Been there, done that, and that's pretty disappointing. But grace gives us all the message that just let it be their own, each individual's alignment with their own highest and best good, or God, or source, or cosmic energies of inspiration and mystical knowing. There is something more that we each can tap into. And sometimes we suffer when we're learning this very lesson, because it's not until ego goes, okay, I'm done, there's nothing I can save you from at this point, I've done everything I know, uncle, I'm done. So all right, go ahead and go for the spiritual route. I've had that before. It's like, all right, my ego just says, I got nothing. I can't. I'm out of answers. I can't struggle anymore. I'm backed in a corner. I'm on my knees. Now it's time for prayer. Now it's time to ask for support and help. Knowing that you can be compassionate and forgiving without having to excuse someone else's behavior. It's more about stepping onto your own path and recognizing that you cannot allow your own wellness and peace to be affected by someone else's behavior or the outcome of a situation that is beyond your control. Kuan Yin is a great guide for helping you to stay composed in some of the most chaotic situations, shall we say. Let's see what Abraham has to say. We're going to get into the vortex. Let's see, because this is a relationship. You would have thought maybe I would have gone to health, but no. This is a relationship with your own alignment and flow, with how your body is expressing what it needs from you to address. Pain and suffering, often injuries, all of that is just a way that your body can communicate with you and say, kind of need you to take a look at this, because I think we're a little overweighted on this stress or this strain or this belief. We need a little more support. This one says, there are many right ways for us to behave. It is possible to live upon this planet with large numbers of other beings who believe and behave in a variety of ways in peace. When you are able to focus in such a way as to allow your alignment with Source, even though others are choosing to behave differently than you are choosing, then you will truly be free from the bondage of attempting the impossible task of getting everyone to agree on one right way. One right way would lead to endedness. Many right ways allow eternal expansion. Again, co-creating with the universe is creating from infinite resources to infinite potential and possibilities. So limiting to just one right way is so fallacious. That's one of the things I learned with studying theology. Many times the resistance is other people's thoughts about who and what God is, which creates these mental idol and images in people's minds that they are willing to crusade for, go to war over. This is the right way, and we need to fight for the rights of this faction or this ideology. Instead, if we look at our own connection to the divine and trust the mystical knowing that what is right for us is also serving well others who will come from other perspectives, other parts of the world, other cultures, other just designs of how they are created to be, and receive divine information and expression. Right now, I am thinking of human design. It's fascinating to look at how that system is explaining the various differences and how we help to integrate ourselves and others into where we all can create more expansion, more wisdom, more support for one another as we are journeying through and have our purpose and the design that we are. Anyway, it's a fascinating study that we might talk about another time, but at this point in time, I'm loving how this is going. So the mystical knowing, if you and Source are good, then you're golden. If your conscience and your alignment with all that is the best and your intentions are there, then you're wonderful. If you're dealing with anything that's where you're trying to heal, where other people have maybe hurt you, you've hurt other people, whether it was intentional or not, to know that there are just a lot of ways to do life, to perceive life, and sometimes we're going to step on toes. Our toes will be stepped on. So that's where Kuan Yin comes in, so nurturing, so nourishing. Have some compassion for ourselves, for the others, and we can just step back and allow more freedom of the unconditional love. Rumi, unconditional love. Kuan Yin, unconditional love. And unconditional love is the grace to say, I'm kind of curious how you got to that perspective. And I love it that we all get to just bat it around. Like I said, this is like the conference table, the council of Abraham, Rumi, Kuan Yin. And I've even brought in Christ consciousness because I've studied some biblical things in my time. And also we talked about the wisdom that the human design brings in, which is including the I Ching and other forms of astrology and ways of looking at life. So there are many ways. And the universal truth is, it's all good. It's all good. Just stay in peace, love, harmony. Flow with what comes into your life. Nurture, study it, and allow it to be what it needs to be. Forgive it. Allow it to go. Allow it to go, because that brings more in. And then you can move forward into even greater creations. It's all about experiences. It's all about our relationship with nature, with the cosmos, with ourselves, with each other. I love that. I love that for all of us. All right. I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. I would love to hear your comments because I'm sure you've got some perspectives. There are many right ways to do things, and I would love to continue the conversation. And till next time, have a great day, and we'll be playing some more.